to find a seat, please. Everyone find a seat, please. Is it on? Please find a seat. Make your way to a seat, please. We have some seats up here in the front.
Still not on.
Nope.
The one with the beard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When in doubt, go tell them. Yeah, I got something.
That may be the same guy I talked to, too. No, my guy's right next to him. I've got one of this exact picture on my desk with everybody's name on it, so I can try to keep track of who they are.
Like in charge of a lot, yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, Chris Walker. Yeah.
he's got a cola and a Coke. Interesting.
Oh. 9. All right. Wait, I'm going to be after 8:30. Huh? Okay, then 8. I'll be after 8. You be before 8? I got to find $1.
Well, I hope you're right. 'Cause you're late, sir. You're late.
I'm trying to keep a seat. He's got a little counter. He thinks I'm good. Okay, I'd like to call the March 10th, whatever day it is, March 10th board meeting to order. We are glad you're here. Before we begin, we'd like to share a few quick reminders. Please keep the aisles clear during our meeting to allow staff members of the school system and Sheriff's Department to be able to move about. Also, except when honoring the flag, our opening prayer, and when participating in the call to audience, please remain seated during our meeting. We hope to have a great and productive and efficient meeting, and your help is greatly appreciated. A couple quick pieces of housekeeping before we do our roll call. Our invocation today will be given by Travis Newton, pastor of the Morning Star Fellowship, and he will be providing that invocation remotely. Our presentation of the colors, as you can see before you, the Hoggard High School Junior Navy ROTC Color Guard Unit will provide the presentation colors under the direction of Staff Sergeant Richard Gachudo, USMC, and Principal Chris Madden. Myrtle Grove Middle School students will be performing our national anthem. We look forward to that. And finally, our own board member, Mr. David Perry, will be leading the Pledge of Allegiance. Ms. Bowie, would you please call the roll?
Good afternoon. Pete Wildebohr.
Present.
Melissa Mason.
Here.
Josie Barnhart.
Here.
Pat Bradford.
I am here.
Judy Justice.
Present.
Dr. Tim Merrick.
I'm here.
And David Perry.
Here.
Yes, this is Travis Newton. I'm the pastor of Morning Star Fellowship, and I'm calling to give the prayer for the school board tonight. Father in heaven, we thank you for the love that you have for us. And Lord, I pray for your spirit to help all those who are here to make decisions concerning the children and their education. Lord, please teach us all, as it says in Psalms 90:12, to number our days that we may present to you a heart of wisdom, knowing that each will one day leave this life and give an account to you for all of our lives. I pray for the fear of the Lord, which is the beginning of wisdom, that we would make righteous decisions in view of our Father in heaven who's watching us right now. And Lord, you said in Mark 10:14 to allow the children to come to you. And Lord, you said to not forbid them, for the kingdom of God belongs to these. And you also warned us, Lord, in Matthew 18:6, you warned us that whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in you to stumble, it would be better for him to have a heavy millstone hung around his neck and to be drowned in the depth of the sea. Lord, knowing these things, that we're going to give an account to you for how we lead these children and what we do with them, and that you are indeed watching. Lord, I pray that your Spirit would fall on this council and they would do what's right in your sight, knowing that every decision they make, they will give an account before the God of heaven. And so, Lord, having seen these things, I pray for your help and your grace upon each one of them, that you would give them your heart for your kids and that they would do what is right in your sight. And we pray this in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, upon first day air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Mr. Perry?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do the thing. He's coming. He's running.
Y'all may be seated. And I would love for you guys to introduce yourselves. Tell us your name and your grade.
Okay. I'm Gianna, and I'm in 7th grade.
I'm Mia, and I'm in 7th grade from Myrtle Grove.
I'm Sandy, and I'm in 7th grade from Myrtle Grove.
I'm Kinsley, and I'm in 7th grade from Myrtle Grove.
I'm Nadia, and I'm in 7th grade from Myrtle Grove.
I'm Olivia. I'm in 7th.
And I'm from Myrtle Grove.
Let's give them one more round of applause, please. Great job. And our young people from Hanover.
Hello, good afternoon. I am Cadet Lieutenant Commander Connor McAuliffe, and I am a senior at Hoggard High School. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Cadet Mackenzie Rose, and I am a freshman at Hoggard High School.
Hello, I am Cadet Terrence Spears, and I am a freshman at Hoggard High School.
Hello, I'm Cadet Zachary Brooks, and I'm a senior at Hoggard High School.
Let's give them one more round. Thank you. Thank y'all.
right, we will carry on with our agenda. Of course, my computer went down, so I'll look at my B plan. All right, next we will have the approval of the agenda. Is there such a motion?
So moved. Second.
Okay, we have a first and a second. Any discussion? Yes, ma'am.
I do recall a discussion at our agenda review, a 10-minute discussion for the NCSBA potential legislation rep, to have that under new business.
Okay, so
So I would make a motion to amend the agenda to reflect that. Second.
Okay, first and second. Any discussion about that? Yes, ma'am, Ms. Justice?
Could you please repeat that? I don't know why, but it didn't come through very clear.
Sure thing. We discussed this at the agenda review for the NCSBA legislative rep. It's not even voting on representative, it's voting on somebody to apply to our board to be on that committee potentially.
Okay, I just didn't hear what you said.
Okay.
We have a motion. Yes, sir? Barnes?
I don't have.
We got to vote on that one first.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
my bad.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to add a discussion under new business, I guess? 10-minute discussion under new business of a, sorry? 5?
We had 5.
We had 5. Okay, 5. 5-minute discussion under new business for NCSBA rep. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. That passes 7-0. Dr. Barnes.
Under old business, I haven't had the opportunity to land that plane yet. Is there any way we could bump that to the next?
We would love that. I mean, I will make a motion to postpone modification of previously approved facility capital, that one?
Yes.
Yes. Budget transfer based on county action to next month.
Second.
We had a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Perry.
Well, I'm just,
I see you there.
will this in any way hold up our budget approval process? So- Okay, good. Then,
Okay. All in favor of delaying that to our April meeting, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. Passes 7-0. Any others? Hearing none.
Motion to approve the amended agenda.
Okay.
Second.
We have a first and a second to approve the amended agenda. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. Again, passes 7-0. Wow, we are in accord today. That's good. All right, next, approval of the minutes. Is there a motion?
So moved?
There's a motion?
Second.
We have a first and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor of approving the minutes as provided for us, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed. Okay, moving on to a new thing, so you guys get to all hear all the committee reports, and I'm going to start out. I went to the Legion Stadium Committee on the 26th. Mr. Zappel, our county commissioner, is the chair of that. Dr. Morgan joined me at that meeting. Lots of discussion. First off, they are repurposing some monies that were originally part of the turf. There it is, turf. From Legion Stadium to put in handrails to make it safer. Cost is going to be about $49,000, but we've already put that money aside for that. Concrete work first. It will be done this summer. They will invoice the city, and then the city will turn around and invoice us. And then secondly, the other major point they had was there's going to be a Legion Stadium concept and cost study. First off, about talking about Legion Stadium field, the field house. They're going to demo the whole field house. In case anybody does not know, the field house services both New Hanover and the visiting team, but they're also in the replacement. They're not doing that yet. They're just looking for a cost study on that. Buck Hardy Field improvements. Legion Stadium backfield is going to be a parking lot in the future. At least that's the plans. And then the Legion Fire Tower, they don't need that anymore, so they're going to remove that. And the cost, again, for that whole study is about $66,000. And again, it would be about $22,000 from us cost. And they are going to hold stakeholder sessions in July to talk about that. Also, they had a discussion about Robert Strange ball field. It costs us no money. They're going to put new lights up there. And in case anybody does not know, Williston Middle School plays their softball and baseball games there. And finally, the Sharks contract was approved to be renewed. and it was said that the New Hanover High School uses that facility area about 70% of the time. So that's the end of my report. Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
When would the 22,000 come to us for approval vote for this year's budget sometime?
That would come to us whenever it is, once they have the whole thing put together. They have not done that. They're just yes, sir. Dr. Morgan?
I'm not sure what you're asking. I'll have those contracts for next month.
Yes.
Okay.
And for Mr. Wildebor's signature.
Okay, there it is. Okay. Any other discussion? Mr. Perry?
This is just for a study?
Yes.
So it's $66,000 for the study, we're paying a third of it, is that?
That is correct.
So what does this study entail, with $66,000?
Well, it's, again, looking at the following things. Legion Stadium, their whole, whatever it is, field house, there it is. I can't read my own writing, I'm sorry. Their whole field house, they're going to demo that, just take it down and rebuild it. They said that's a lot, it seems to be a lot better cost-wise than trying to fix what's there. So they're going to do that.
So they'll be contracting to like an architectural
Right.
firm or something like that?
Yes.
Is that-
Mhm.
Okay.
And then Buck Hardy Field, which is the baseball field, they're going to look at improvements for that. The Legion Stadium, I don't know if you know, but there's a fire tower in the back. They're going to knock that down and make a parking lot and all that. So, any other questions about that one? Nope. Okay, other committee reports. Ms. Bradford?
We need to.
The finance.
Point of order, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
This is the first month we're doing this. Do we need to have a motion to accept the report?
Oh, well, why don't we do that?
I move to accept the report.
I'll second that.
Okay, first and second. Any discussion? All in favor of accepting the report, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed. Passes 7-0. Thank you, Dr. Merrick. Now, Ms. Bradford.
The Finance, Capital, and Bond Committee meeting, the first one of the year was 2 weeks ago, and we brought ourselves up to speed to what has changed since we last met. And I think the highlight of the afternoon was Dr. Barnes took us through an interactive exercise with a fictitious elementary school of about 400 students, and we applied the state allotment formula for how to staff that with what we wanted, assistant principals, art teachers, and staff like that. It was a very eye-opening exercise, and he had done it with the board the day before, so y'all can go back and look at that and learn a little bit about how the state allotment formula works and how it doesn't work. Our next meeting is March 26th, and budget is large and in charge in our scope. We got to finish that by mid-April. That concludes my report.
Okay, I'll make a motion, we accept the report. Is there a second? Okay. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor of accepting the report of the Finance Committee, Finance Bond, and Capital Committee, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed. Okay, passes 7-0. Any other committees? Mr. Justice.
Okay, I do Parks and Recreation. It's not the TV show, but it's a great group. And honestly, this is the first time we've done it, so I don't have it so formally written up as you did. But I will tell you the highlight, which I thought was very, very cool. They talked about the fact that the county has been initiating bike trails and walking trails throughout the county to the point, and this is the highlight, that within the next couple of years, you're literally going to be able to ride a bike from Snow's Cut all the way to the other side of Porter's Neck, and all the parks in between. And I thought that, and not only that, it's going to help the schools. They're literally going to have a bike path and walking path in front of Laney. You know what that'll mean? This is just going to help out with our schools for transportation-wise, because that means a lot more kids will be able to use that way to get to school, not just going to the park. So even though I didn't have anything formally written up, I just thought I would bring that up because I thought it was a great meeting because of that. I was very excited.
Great. Well, again, let's...
I move to accept.
I'll second it. Any discussion? Hearing.
I don't really believe that we need to be motioning and accepting. I don't think there's anything to approve or deny.
Yeah, probably not.
We started it, so we'll do it for this meeting anyway. Okay, so first and second, all in favor of accepting that report from Parks and Rec, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Passes 7-0. Any other reports? Hearing none? Go ahead.
Point of order that, I know I missed the first 20 minutes, unfortunately, but I know we met, I think, for curriculum at some point.
Oh, curriculum.
Do we have a report from Ms. Barnard or Ms. Bradford?
I'm not on that committee.
I was on it.
I know Ms. Bradford was.
Bradford, do you have
It was great. Honestly, I did not prepare for that, and it was a very, we had two reports. Maybe Dr. Hamilton can update us. We had two reports that were extremely eye-opening, and
Just report next month if there's
yeah, let me go next month.
Okay, so no report?
Dr.
Okay.
Hamilton, do you want to?
Or Dr. Hamilton? Yeah, why don't we just go ahead and do that next month because we do not have one prepared?
Yeah.
Is there any other discussions? Okay. If not, because we are on a time situation today, we will carry on with our, what down? Recognitions. So that is, everybody smiles. I like that. Ms. Baggy, would you please lead us?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for this opportunity to be here to highlight the amazing things that happen across our district. First and foremost, this place is packed. This place is packed because of the amazing people that support our district every single day. So thank you for being here. So tonight,
Actually, can I stop you for a second?
Yes?
Let us give them a round of applause for being here. Thank you. Ma'am.
So first this evening, I'm going to start with one of our Community Partnership Spotlight Awards. So we have a partnership. Well, you know what? Hold on. How many people here are tired today? I'm just curious. How many people are tired? Yep. Okay. So I have to tell you about something that happened today that was one of the best days ever. So I am tired for an amazing reason because I got so excited all day long that nothing else can compare, right? So you're, oh my gosh. So we had a partnership with Carolina Panthers and Samaritan's Feet today. 2 schools received over 800 pairs of shoes. All of those students went home with brand new shoes today.
And socks.
So, and not only did they receive shoes, but the way this was coordinated, our high schools sent their football teams, their flag football teams, and their cheerleaders to volunteer to help these students to try on new shoes. So not only did you have that engagement of a brand new shoe, which is going to help you run faster, it's going to help you jump higher, but those kids got to interact with high school students that were engaged with them and communicating one-on-one with them. So guys, I can't tell you how phenomenal that was. So we are very proud today. I would like to bring forward first Miss Alicia Morrow. She's our Regional Program Manager for Samaritan's Feet International. She was instrumental in providing the community support to do such an amazing event, and I'd like to give her just a brief moment to tell you a little bit more, and then we're going to take a picture with you and our board members.
Thank you. It was an honor and privilege to be a part of this, and thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve in this school district. You have some phenomenal staffs, and this partnership is so important because it gives our students the ability to get back out on the playgrounds, to get back into their classrooms, and to provide the essential footwear that they need to have a healthy, happy life. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And I have Thank you. Okay, so next up, we have Mr. Dave Stogdill, who is from the Carolina Panthers. He is the education manager. He has helped us facilitate this, and this is part of a larger project, right? So they have a third and goal literacy initiative. So he's going to tell you a little bit more about that and how he's partnering with us.
Yes. Hello, how are you doing today? Good. My name is Dave Stogdill. I'm the education manager for the Carolina Panthers, and we have Skylar Stallings and Eli Hopkins in our community relations department as well. And so I have some remarks prepared. The Carolina Panthers and Dave Nicole Tepper Foundation are pleased to partner with Samaritan's Feet to serve students in New Hanover County schools. The Panthers are longtime supporters in the important role that physically active play serves in helping kids grow healthy and strong, as well as helping them concentrate better in the classroom. Today, we are excited to provide the students of Bradley and Sunset Elementary School with new sneakers to equip them both with an important basic need of proper shoes for active play, as confidence it will give them in the classroom.
So while they're taking the photo, just so you know, Sir Purr was here today, so we got to hang out with Sir Purr, for those of you who know the Panthers. And we also had, both schools had large blow-up, like football tunnels and all sorts of things. There were so many engaging activities for these kids. It was just phenomenal. So we cannot thank these groups enough for all of their effort. All right, one more round of applause for these guys. All right, next up we have Sutton Page Whitlock. We are proud to recognize as a 5th grader at Coddington Elementary as the 2026 recipient of the Susan Keel Lamar Scholarship, presented by the North Carolina Association for the Gifted and Talented. Thank you. So this scholarship honors distinguished leadership and achievement in the visual and performing arts and includes a $250 award and a certificate of excellence. Her excellent work ethic, passion for music, and performances at the local, state, and national levels truly reflect her creativity. She will be heading to Concord Friday, March 13th, to participate the 51st annual NCAGT conference. So let's give her another round of applause. All right, and next, and thank you guys for bearing with me because this is it's a great problem to have. So many recognitions in this building tonight, so thank you. All right, next, Lindsay Wesco. So it's another recognition for Coddington. AIG teacher, Miss Lindsay Wesco, was selected as one of 4 finalists from across the state for Outstanding Teacher of the Gifted Award for the North Carolina Association for the Gifted and Talented. This recognition highlights her passion for engaging with advanced learners, fostering critical thinking, and creating dynamic, differentiated learning experience that helps students thrive. Being honored at the state level among such distinguished peers speaks to the quality of instruction and leadership she brings to our district. Please join me in congratulating Lindsay Wesco on this remarkable accomplishment. Oh, we can include, we love photo ops, come on now. All right, and next we have another fun-filled adventure for you. We have another great community partnership that we'd like to highlight. So, I don't know if any of you have heard of CFCC, Cape Fear Community College? Yep. So, they have partnered with us and Mosley as part of a dual enrollment program. They will be offering graphic design, cybersecurity, and criminal justice. This evening, we have Mr. Morton of CFCC, the president, and we'd like to hear from him just a little bit more about this amazing partnership that we have developed together.
Hey, yes, so good evening. Y'all having a good time here. I like this. Yes, Mosley, we had before, we had dual enrollment, and so it was, dual enrollment's always kind of a transportation issue too, so they had to come to the college. And so, fortunately, back in the summer, Superintendent offered us some additional classroom space over at Mosley, and we said, well, by all means, we'd love to utilize that space. And so we, beginning of the fall, we started off with mechanical engineering, 3D printing, mechatronics, and computer integrated machining over there. And before, when it was dual enrollment, we had about 10 students participating coming over to the college. Well, that jumped in fall of 25 to 25 students. And now for spring, we have 30 students signed up. So we're able to grow it. And as she just alluded to, we did a survey of the students and to see what interest they may have for 26-27 school year. And what came back is also to start criminal justice, cybersecurity, and graphic design. So we're looking at maybe filling the classrooms up for that as well. So we love the partnership, and we're always in for any kind of partnership to help with training into high schools. So thank you for that very much.
And we'd like for you to join us up here. All right. And next, we're moving on. We are honored to recognize Trevor Todd this afternoon for being named the 2026 UNCW Distinguished Young Alumnus of the Year, which honors UNCW graduates for exceptional accomplishments, integrity, and service to the community. Mr. Todd is a third grade teacher at Castle Hayne Elementary School, where his dedication has earned him both the 2020-21 Elementary Educator of the Year Award and the 2020 National University Teacher Award for North Carolina. He inspires his students daily and mentors future teachers by opening his classroom to them. Beyond education, he volunteers across the community, including at the North Carolina Azalea Festival coming up soon. Through his teaching, community service, and support of NHCS and UNCW, Mr. Todd uplifts others and makes a lasting impact both inside and outside the classroom. Congratulations, Mr. Todd, on this outstanding recognition. All right, thank you. Oh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about a quarter of the way there. Just kidding. Okay, so last month, NHCS held its first annual district spelling bee. After some intense competition and challenging spelling words, Cooper Collins, an 8th grader at Murray Middle School, took home the title of 2026 NHCS Spelling Bee Champion. He then advanced to compete in the Carolina Panthers, Spelling Bee, Regional Championship in Charlotte on March 1st, where he won 10th place overall. We want to congratulate Cooper on his preparation, his hard work, and for representing NHCS so well at the district and the state level. Come on up, Cooper. Anybody sensing a theme today? Good job, Cooper. All right, next, we're proud to celebrate the outstanding achievements of our men's and women's wrestlers at the 2026 North Carolina High School Athletic Association Individual Wrestling State Championships. Our student athletes demonstrated incredible skill, determination, and sportsmanship, earning top finishes and bringing home well-deserved recognition for their hard work on and off the mat. Their dedication is a testament to the strength of our program and the spirit of our school community. Please join us in congratulating these remarkable wrestlers, and I'm going to call them up one by one. They're going to get their photo, and then I'll call up the next participant so they can have their photo taken with the board. First, we're going to start with Lucas Engstadt from Ashley High School. the 2026 NCHSAA 7A Men's Individual Wrestling Champion. Wings up, ladies and gentlemen, wings up. All right, next we're going to recognize Samuel McQueen as the 2026 NCHSA 8A Men's Individual Wrestling Runner-Up. Come on up. All right. Next, Vincent Valentino. 2026 NCHSA 8A Men's Individual Wrestling Runner-Up. Nicely done. Woohoo! Okay. Next, we have Matt Kopelman, 2026 NCHSA 8A Men's Individual Wrestling, 3rd place. Next, we have Leslie Barden, 2026 NCHSAA Women's Individual Wrestling Champion. Okay, what did I miss? Thank you. I know I missed one in there somewhere. Woo-hoo. All right, and next we'd like to recognize Lanisha Gauze as 2026 NCHSA 8A Women's Individual Wrestling Champion. Also from Laney, Mia Kaiser, 2026 NCHSAA 8A Women's Individual Wrestling Champion. And we're still going with Laney, so hold on. All right, Sydney Simmons, 2026 NCHSAA 8A Women's Individual Wrestling Runner-Up. Woohoo! All right, next and final from Laney is Yasan Huang, 2026 NCHSAA 8A Women's Individual Wrestling Runner-Up. All right, and next we have Hoggard, Mason Hoggard, 2026 NCHSA 8A Men's Individual Wrestling Champion. Woohoo! I love it. And next, we'd like to recognize Jude Moulton, 2026 NCHSA 8A Men's Individual Wrestling Runner-Up. Woohoo! And from Hoggard as well, we have Hallie Middlebusker, and I hope I said that right, I'm so sorry, 2026 NCHSA 8A Women's Individual Wrestling, 4th place. And hailing from New Hanover, we have Chris Braxton, our 2026 NCHSA 7A Men's Individual Wrestling, 3rd place. Woohoo! All right, we have another group of amazing student athletes to recognize for their achievements at the state level. Earlier this season, our Laney High School varsity cheerleading team took home the title of Medium Varsity Non-Tumbling Division I champions at the NCHSAA Cheerleading Invitational. This is an amazing testament to their strength, determination, and unity as a team. We congratulate each of these cheerleaders for excelling at the state level and for representing NHCS so well. Please join me in cheering them on for this amazing accomplishment. Come on down, the price is right. Please, come on up. I feel like I've seen a few of you recently. I think I saw a few of you this morning, right? I did.
I think we're happy to have everyone.
Yep. So while they're figuring out how to take a photo together, just so you know, these cheerleaders were with us this morning as well at the Carolina Panthers and the Samaritan's Feet event. So they've had a very busy day.
Here we go. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right. Woo-hoo! Thank you, ladies. All right, we're not done yet. Next, I'd like to tell you a couple of things about a Rookie of the Year winner and finalists. New Hanover County Schools partners with the Wilmington Rotary Club to recognize excellence among beginning teachers through the Rookie of the Year program. This process honors teachers in the second and third years who have been nominated by their school and administrative teams. This year, nominees were invited to submit a portfolio reviewed by a committee of 8 people, consisting of school, district, and Wilmington Rotary Club representatives. Last month, the 5 finalists were recognized by the Wilmington Rotary, NHCS senior staff, and the Board of Education during surprise visits to their classrooms. That's always so much fun. Then, on February 17th, the overall Rookie of the Year was announced at the Rookie of the Year banquet. First and foremost, I'd like to start with our finalists. I would like to recognize Charlotte Leaking from Laney High School. I'm just going to write. Yeah, And next, I'd like to recognize Emily Buggy from Myrtle Grove Middle School. So when we were at the Rotary highlighting and celebrating, they got to deliver a speech. There was not a dry eye in that place from every one of these speeches that was delivered during that event. So just so you know, we have some of the most amazing Rookies of the Year this year. So just want to kind of highlight that and promote that as much as possible because they are phenomenal. They had people crying, guys. All right, next we're going to talk about Brooke Burris from Ashley High School. Come on down. And I just want to highlight, we had a member who was not able to join us this evening, Haley Gustafson from Lake Forest Academy, but I'd love to give her a round of applause for if she's watching at home. All right, and for our final Rookie of the Year winner and finalist, Rookie of the Year winner, Jonathan Ferris of Murray Middle School. All right, join us in celebrating these educators. All right, we're on the home finish, ladies and gentlemen. So this one's kind of near and dear. So I want to tell you about this amazing individual that I get to work with on a regular basis. So not only is she kind and sweet, but she's extremely intelligent. and she's compassionate, but she keeps us taking care of business, okay? So she recently was recognized by the NCASBO as, okay, so she was the recipient of the Lou Thompson Distinguished Service Award with more than 20 years of experience in auditing and school finance. Miss Ashley Sutton. So she's built a career grounded in integrity, strategic vision, and dedicated service to North Carolina school districts. Thank you, Miss Ashley Sutton. So for those of you who don't know, this award is recognized one person per year, and it's had 33 years working in various financial positions. Lou Thompson this was served as an accomplishment award for this late Lou Thompson, who created a 33-year career on making sure that things were done correctly. So Lou was a leader in improving the operations of school finance and epitomized the principle of fiscal integrity. She never compromised her principles in the execution of her responsibilities for fiscal accountability. Now, the reason this is important, because this award is based off of everybody in North Carolina. So I just want to really highlight how amazing it is that our very own Ashley Sutton received this award. So can we give her one more round of applause? Sorry, I get a little choked up on that one. All right, now I have to turn over the reins to Dr. Katie Fink, who has more recognitions in regards to our National Board Certified Teachers. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. So I get the honor and privilege of recognizing our National Board Certified Teachers. National Board certification really is the gold standard in the teaching profession. It's a rigorous professional experience that was created for teachers and by teachers to determine practices of accomplished teaching. The process requires the completion of 3 portfolio-based components in which teachers have to show what they can do, and an assessment component which shows their knowledge. The process takes anywhere from 1 to 3 years and countless hours in all of that time. But once all of the components are complete, candidates submit their portfolio in May, and then they wait until December to find out their results. So we were just shared our results in December of 2025 for those candidates that recently certified. North Carolina leads the nation in the number of National Board Certified Teachers, with 23% of our teachers holding that title. And in New Hanover County Schools, we now have 266 active National Board Certified Teachers, thanks to the group that we are about to recognize this evening. So without further ado, we will introduce the initially certified National Board candidates from 2025, as well as those who were able to maintain their certification. We'll start with our initial candidates, and we'll call you up to come before the board and receive your foam board to be displayed outside your classroom. Kristen Barrett from Forest Hills Global Elementary. Ashley Keegan from Forest Hills Global Elementary. Melissa Lewis from Charles P. Murray Middle School. and Jessica Smith from Winter Park Elementary. And Jessica. And if I could, I'm going to ask all the initial candidates to come back up with your phone board so that you all can take a group photo with the board. So while they are doing that, I do want to recognize those that could not be in attendance this evening. Erica Gibbs from Eaton Elementary, Dawn Gulich from College Park Elementary, Margaret Krulikis from Wilmington Early College High School, and Natalie McCoy from Porter's Neck Elementary. Thank you. The National Board process does require a 5-year maintenance of certification, so we also are recognizing those that maintained their certification in 2025. Starting with Allison Bellamy from Murrayville Elementary. Kira Emmerich from Sunset Park Elementary. April Thompson from Edward A. Alderman Elementary. And Miranda Witkowski from Holly Shelter Middle School. You can sit. If we can get a group photo as well with all of the maintenance of certification folks, y'all can come up one more time. And again, while y'all are doing that, I want to recognize those that were not able to be in attendance tonight. Krista Cotton from Laney High School, Lindsay Bador from Pine Valley Elementary, Kimberly Kahn from Pine Valley Elementary, Jennifer Crafts from Wrightsville Beach Elementary, Lauren Gray from Wilmington Early College High School, Dr. Amanda Hoke from Coddington Elementary, Noon Johnson from Holly Shelter Middle, Kristen Little from Bradley Creek Elementary, Sandra Roberts from Wrightsville Beach Elementary, Mary Robinson Conley Smith from College Park Elementary, Stacy Samuel from Trask Middle School, Danielle Talbert from Isaac Bayer, and finally Barbara Ussery from New Hanover County Schools Testing Department. Again, thank you for recognizing them in front of you, and congratulations to all of our National Board candidates.
I have two excellent employees for you to meet tonight. The first, I'd like to call up Miss Talisha Sims. Ms. Sims consistently exemplifies excellence in her role as Trask Middle School's data manager. While her position demands accuracy, organization, and attention to detail, she elevates these expectations through her remarkable dedication and care. Her reliability ensures that the vital behind-the-scenes operations of our school function seamlessly each day. She actively supports students, families, and staff in ways that make a meaningful difference, whether personally assisting a family through complex enrollment issues, stepping in to cover a classroom so that instruction can continue, or volunteering her time to go on a field trip to enhance student experiences. Ms. Sims leads by example and consistently goes above and beyond without being asked. Her work directly strengthens student achievement by ensuring that all data, records, and systems are accurate, timely, and accessible. Because of her precision, teachers and administrators can make informed decisions that support all students. Families benefit as well. Her guidance through enrollment, school transfers, or other processes removes barriers that could disrupt a student's educational journey. This fosters trust and continuity within our community. Ms. Sims is truly the steady force that keeps our school moving. Her attention to detail, compassion for families, and willingness to step in wherever needed make her an extraordinary asset to Trask. She does not seek recognition, yet her impact is felt in every corner of our community. Ms. Sims embodies excellence in every sense of the word. Next, I'd like to introduce you to Ms. Patricia Kidd. Ms. Kidd is essential to Hoggard High School. She is a trusted expert and steady leader in her field. Far exceeding the expectations of her role as treasurer, she is an indispensable partner to administrators, teachers, coaches, and treasurers across the district. She approaches every task with an unmatched blend of professionalism, patience, and genuine care. Whether she is guiding a new treasurer, troubleshooting complex financial situations, mentoring athletic staff, or ensuring every dollar is managed with integrity and precision, Ms. Kidd consistently goes above and beyond to make Hoggard and New Hanover County schools a better place to work, learn, and thrive. Within the athletic department, Ms. Kidd has proven indispensable. She expertly manages team budgets, purchase orders, and financial operations while anticipating needs and navigating complex requirements. Even during high-demand times like tournaments and postseason travel, which she's doing right now, she keeps everything running smoothly. She consistently extends herself to handle a last-minute request, all while maintaining accuracy, professionalism, and a solution-focused mindset. Her ability to collaborate, foresee challenges, and provide clear, reliable solutions has made her the go-to resource for countless colleagues. She lifts others up, strengthens every program that she touches, and ensures that students and staff can thrive without barriers. Quite simply, Ms. Kidd makes everyone around her better, and her extraordinary dedication exemplifies excellence in its truest form. Thank you.
And if you were just here for recognitions, now's the time to slip out and we won't notice.
Yeah.
Run for it. Run for it.
Okay, we will be carrying.
Administrative introduction? An administrative introduction?
Okay, yep. Okay, we're heading on to our administrative introductions.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to introduce to you tonight Ms. Sarah Straw. Ms. Strahl joins us as the new Endowment Program Coordinator, bringing a strong background in instructional leadership and academic support. She previously served as the Early Literacy Facilitator at the International School at Gregory, where she supported teachers, advanced literacy initiatives, and strengthened student learning outcomes. Sarah holds a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education from Clarion University of Pennsylvania, a Master's in Curriculum and Instruction and Supervision from the University of North Carolina, Wilmington, and an AIG add-on licensure from the University of North Carolina, Pembroke. Her expertise in curriculum development and instructional coaching positions her well to support and grow our endowment programs. We are excited to welcome Sarah to this new role and look forward to the meaningful contributions she will bring to New Hanover County Schools. Ms. Strahl.
Thank you for this opportunity to serve as the Endowment Program Coordinator. I'm very excited to step into this new role. I know I will have the support needed, and I look forward to growing in this position and contributing to the community in a new way. Thank you.
All right, at this point, I would ask Ms. Varm to come forward. She will be introducing our student voice young person.
I am so excited to bring student voice to you this evening through Amir Johnson. Come on, Amir. Amir is one of our student leaders at Hoggard High School, and he has a word for you.
Welcome.
Good evening, members of the Board of Education, and thank you for giving students the opportunity to share their voices. My name is Amir Johnson, a junior at John T. Hoggard High School. I appreciate the chance to speak with you today. I want to briefly share one challenge students sometimes experience in our schools and one opportunity that has had a very positive impact. One challenge many students face is balancing the growing academic pressure that comes with preparing for life after high school. Students are encouraged to take rigorous classes, maintain grades, participate in extracurricular activities, and plan for college or careers all at the same time. While these expectations help push us to succeed, they can also create stress and make it difficult for students to explore interests at their own pace or focus on what truly prepares them for their future. However, one program that has helped address this issue in a very positive way is the Cape Fear Community College Dual Enrollment Program. This opportunity allows students to take college courses through Cape Fear Community College while still enrolled in high school. For many students, this program provides a pathway to challenge themselves academically while also gaining real college experience. Dual enrollment helps students build confidence because we are able to see what college-level expectations are like before graduating high school. It also allows students to earn college credits early, which can save families significant time and money before students can graduate. In addition, the program introduces students to career-focused classes and technical pathways that they may have not discovered otherwise. Programs like this not only prepare students academically, but they help us develop important life skills and time management. Many students who participate in dual enrollment feel more prepared and more motivated about their future goals because they can already see themselves succeeding in a college environment. Thank you for all you do for the students across New Hanover County Schools.
Thank you. Questions or comments to our young man? Well, I think, yeah, that was a great speech. Thank you very much for presenting it. Let's give him one more round of applause. Next, we will have our March teacher voice, Jonathan Ferris, New Hanover County 2026 Rookie Teacher of the Year from Murray Middle School will present. So, welcome back.
Good evening. Good evening to members of the board, the superintendent, and our community members. It's an honor to stand up here for you tonight as one of your Rookie Teachers of the Year. I want to use this moment to shine a light on what beginning teachers across our county contribute every day. Rookie teachers don't just grow into the roles. We show up ready to contribute, bring new ideas, and lead in our schools. Before I became an educator, I had the privilege of serving in the U.S. Air Force. We lived by core values like integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. But the lesson I carried most into my classroom is that no mission succeeds alone. And if you've ever tried to guide 30 middle school students through a lesson right after lunch, you'll know that teamwork is not really optional. In practice, that collective effort extends beyond teachers. It includes families, community partners, local organizations who all play a role in shaping a positive school culture. Our school theme this year at Murray Middle School is to shine with purpose. And as the year progressed, I've made an intentional effort to try to define what my own purpose is in my classroom. And luckily, I've been surrounded with great examples of shining with purpose throughout my first year at Murray. I see it in teachers who collaborate with me constantly, sharing ideas, opening their classrooms to one another, and supporting new educators like me. I can honestly say some of the best professional development I have received has been in the hallway between classes with quick conversations. Have you tried this? I see it in our PTA with our parents who step forward time and time again to support our staff, organizing events, providing resources, reminding us that we are valued. And that partnership really matters a lot to us. I see it in our school resource officers and our sheriff's department. Not just in the safety that they provide, but in the relationships that they're building with our students and our educators. In my forensic science mastery course that I teach in the mornings, our SRO would come in and actually connected me with the sheriff's department to have some members from the sheriff's department to come in and show them some of the real world applications of what they're learning in forensic science and acting as mentors and building those relationships with students so that they know that they can build these relationships with them and trust them and connect these to careers outside of school. I see it in our broader community partnerships. This year we've partnered with Wake and Bake Donuts has helped us by providing a reward. If you have your attendance at a certain percentage, then each quarter you get to get not only 2, but I think 6 donuts for free. And we're learning that can be a very effective incentive. Yes. Partners like Life Point Church, who's been working with us to help create an outdoor education space, like volunteering on the weekends and helping us create this space for them to come outside and get that education, not just in the classroom, but outside. And looking at organizations like the Department of Juvenile Justice, our local health departments, and many other community partners that have contributed their time and expertise to our school. As a beginning teacher, this year has been full of learning experiences for me. Some days I'll walk into the classroom and I leave and I think, wow, that was a great day. Other days I'll leave the classroom and I've spent so much time carefully designing every moment of the day, and there's a fire drill or a Chromebook needs to update, or we actually have a problem with squirrels. We're competing with squirrels for attention now. They have to come into our classroom window. We can't really compete with squirrels, so I can't blame them. But through all of those moments, what has become clear to me is that teaching is not a solo profession. A strong school and classroom starts with communities that value compassion, encourage curiosity, and support both high expectations and high level of support for every student. So thank you to our community, thank you to our school board, and most importantly, thank you to our students. Together, we're going to continue to shine with purpose, so thank you.
Any comments or questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. At this point, we'll turn it over to our superintendent.
1 second. Before
In
we
the
start.
room.
Just 1 second.
Okay.
Before we begin my comments for this week or this month, please join me in a moment of silence to honor the life of Dr. Mary Gist, who passed away on February 21st after a difficult battle with brain cancer. She was a teacher at Williston. Her extensive career in education and her contributions as a teacher left behind a legacy and an impact on our community. She was an incredible educator who will always be remembered for her ability to connect with students, her sincere love, her sense of humor, and joy towards all those around her. So let us please pause in remembrance of her legacy as we extend our most sincere condolences to her loved ones. Thank you, Dr. Guest. Okay, now you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right, we gotta get ready for Hoggard. All right. And I'm sorry, folks, this is gonna be a long one, so if we weren't so dagbund awesome, it wouldn't take so long to do this stuff. All right, March has been a great reminder of the many ways our students, staff, and community members come together. Last week, our schools participated in Read Across America, celebrating the joy of reading and the power literacy has to open doors for our students. Throughout the week, classrooms welcomed guest readers, hosted reading celebrations, and encouraged students to continue building a lifelong love of books. Next, as we move further into the spring, our budget planning process is also well underway. We're going to continue to provide updates and relevant information as discussions progress. We sincerely appreciate the continued support and engagement of our community as we work together to evaluate priorities and focus areas for the upcoming school year. You'll hear more about that during our budget work sessions that are scheduled throughout the next couple of weeks. Second year in a row, we are also proud to share that New Hanover County Schools has been recognized for the second consecutive year as a financial aid champion, highlighting the district's ongoing commitment to helping students and families navigate the financial aid process and access post-secondary opportunities. So good job for that. CFCC and Mosley, you heard earlier, our partnerships with local institutions continue to create meaningful pathways for students. A great example of this collaboration between Cape Fear Community College and Mosley provides value opportunities for students to explore career and educational options right in their own community. On February 25th, we celebrated the ribbon cutting for the third Spark Lab that takes place at New Hanover High School, an exciting new learning space designed to foster creativity, innovation, and hands-on exploration for students. We also want to recognize two of our outstanding transportation team members. On March 3rd, Sam Robinson and Javier Lozando, two of our New Hanover County Schools bus drivers, took first and second place in the Tri-County School Bus Rodeo. Am I saying that right?
Rodeo.
Well, I know it's rodeo, but it's spelled different, whatever, rodeo. Competing against 32 drivers from Pender, Brunswick, and New Hanover, Sam and Javier will now advance to the District 2 competition with hopes of qualifying for the State School Bus Rodeo in June. Congratulations to both our drivers for representing our district so well. March also included our National Maintenance Worker Appreciation Day. We want to take a moment to recognize the dedicated members of our maintenance team who work behind the scenes every day to ensure our schools are safe, functional, and welcoming learning environments. We are also celebrating our Battle of the Books champions who demonstrated both strong reading comprehension and teamwork. So congratulations to Ashley High School, the high school division winner, Roland Grice, our middle school winner, and Bellamy Elementary School, our elementary winner. These teams will now advance to the regional competition, and we wish them the best of luck. Speaking of championships, we also want to wish the Hoggard High School men's and women's basketball team the very best as they compete tomorrow in the NCHSAA 4A state championship game. We are incredibly proud of their hard work, determination, and the way they represent their school and their community. All right, looking ahead, we have several important upcoming events for students, families, and community members. On March 28th, we will host the New Hanover County Schools Opportunity Fair from 9 to 11 at Hoggard High School. This event identifies individuals interested in working with New Hanover County Schools to explore career opportunities and connect with representatives from our schools, our HR team, and our benefits department. Enrollment for 2026-2027, believe it or not, is already underway. Kindergarten online registration is open March 2nd through March 16th for children who will be 5 on or before August 31st of 2026. Online registration for grades 1 through 12 also open on March 2nd. And transfer applications, including open choice and lottery schools, become available that same day. You can find more information about that and complete registration by visiting our enrollment webpage. As we look forward to the end of the school year, we are pleased to share the 2026 graduation schedule. Graduation ceremonies for all of our traditional high schools will take place on Saturday, June 6th at Trask Coliseum. Graduations for our specialty and non-traditional high schools will take place earlier in May and early June at locations across Wilmington, including Keenan Auditorium, Snipes Auditorium, and the Wilson Center. You can check your school's website for more information on that. And finally, I want to remind our community about the Educational Pathway Scholarship offered by the New Hanover County Board of Education. This scholarship supports students who aspire to become future educators or related service providers. Recipients may receive $3,500 per semester for up to 4 years to attend an accredited North Carolina college or university. The deadline for that is March 27, 2026. Thank you. That concludes my comments.
I think he was over his 5 minutes. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Mine are a little bit briefer, but not much. I did get under my 5-minute limit here, but the board chair report starts now. Spring has sprung. It is beautiful outside. Everyone is waiting patiently or not so patiently for spring break, and our teachers are working very hard to prepare our students for the testing that will come all too soon. I was very fortunate to join with other board members, several other board members, several county commissioners, Senator Lee, as well as central office staff and other dignitaries in the community at the ribbon cutting for New Hanover High School Spark Lab recently. What a wonderful facility, and most importantly, what a great educational opportunity for our students at New Hanover. Principal Sutton gave an inspirational speech welcoming many of the wonderful people that were in attendance, but the highlight of the day were the students of New Hanover High School who were simply outstanding. What a great example of where our school system is headed. Our board has been working extremely hard with our superintendent and CFO, as well as other members of the cabinet, getting ready for our budget. Dr. Barnes, Ms. Mason, and I have met with the chair and vice chair of the county commissioners to begin to lay the foundation for our budget. We will continue to work hard, and together we will move forward to do the very best for our students and staff. Mrs. Mason and I also had the opportunity to meet for a productive discussion with Mr. Montgomery, the president of the NAACP, as well as Ms. Maxwell. I will say the conversation was very productive and respectful. There were several things that were discussed, including the resolution that was brought forward and the topic of banned books. He was under the impression that we had regular resolutions for various groups. We shared that we had sent some to the state about funding, but we hadn't discussed one similar to the proposed one recently. Additionally, they both had the understanding that the book, not books in question, had totally been removed from the school system. We shared it was still available in the high school libraries. He shared he was out of the county when the whole situation happened, and he was given misinformation. He said he was going to bring the corrected information to his executive committee. We thanked him for wanting to find out the truth and his willingness to do what was right. Today, as you've already heard, the Carolina Panthers organization came to visit 2 of our elementary schools, seeing all the great things that were going on at Sunset Park and Bradley Creek, and sharing some presents, what you heard already, that were beautiful sneakers, with our students. Thanks to the Panthers organization, thanks to our cheerleaders and athletes from Ashley, Laney, New Hanover, and Hoggard High Schools for going to the schools and participating in this wonderful event. You should have seen the bright and smiling faces. And I don't mean just the young students, but the older students as well. And a special thank you to Samaritan's Feet organization. Also, today we sent our wonderful Hoggard High School men's and women's varsity basketball teams to bring home what we hope are 2 state championships. Good luck to our wonderful student athletes. Go Vikings. And finally, we had numerous opportunities to hear from various constituents and members of the New Hanover County Schools staff about the budget. We held a town hall together with our superintendent, seeking opinions and feedback about what direction our budget discussion with our county commissioners should take. We also recently met in small groups with our principals who, once again, I must share, are outstanding, seeking ideas and opinions about what is truly important for the education of our most valuable members, our students. I want to take a moment to thank my fellow board members, our superintendent and senior staff, our educators, our students, and our community members and parents for their insights and continued diligence in sharing them with us. We promise to do all we can to make sure our students get the very best educational possible. That ends my report. And at this point, we will carry on with information. There is none. So we'll carry on with our call to audience. Ms. Mason?
All right, Chris Sutton.
My My name is Chris Sutton, and I want to sincerely thank the parents, staff members, and community members who supported me in the recent primary election. It is truly humbling to see so many people place their trust in my candidacy. As we look ahead, one of the biggest challenges facing our district is addressing our budget constraints while still finding meaningful ways to support our staff. That will require leadership willing to put in the extra time and effort to find innovative solutions. I believe in small government and in giving local leaders the tools they need to solve local problems. One idea I support is having our school district legislative committee push for the authority to allow counties, including New Hanover County, to create property tax exclusions for public school staff here in New Hanover County. The concept is simple. The longer someone serves as a public servant in our schools, the greater their property tax exclusion should become. Right now, the average teacher turnover is around 5 years. We should be working to help educators grow roots here and build long-term careers in our community. Let's set a goal of moving that closer to 10 years. Economically, it makes sense. Many educators and other public servants currently live outside the county because of the high cost of living. If we encourage them to buy their homes here, they will grocery shop here, eat here, and support local businesses here. New Hanover County Schools is one of the largest employers in our county. If we invest in the people who serve our students, we strengthen our schools and our entire community. Innovation leads to excellence, and I'm excited to see what the future holds. That's my speech for tonight, but we also made history tonight. We had awards given to our first Laney women's wrestlers after they just became a sport after 2 years, and it wouldn't have been possible for this board. I really appreciate y'all supporting them. These young ladies, they have college scholarships to now go on and chase their dreams. Some of them, not these ladies in general, but we've had people find.
Thank you. Your time's up.
I should have stopped when I was ahead of time. Y'all have a good one.
Kamika Sidbury. Kamika Sidbury.
Dear colleagues, now that the primary season is over, I am writing this letter to make you aware of the crisis we have before us. Only 26% of New Hanover County Schools' black student population in grades 3 through 8 and 38% of the black student population in grades 9 through 12 are proficient on state-mandated EOGs and EOCs for reading. Colleagues, this is an urgent matter of importance because the crisis does not only impact the current generation, but also future generation. Colleagues, the students will one day become adults with children. I suggest we stop making excuses and adhere to the law. You know Brown versus the Board of Education, where every child must have an equal opportunity to receive education. We must study schools and school districts within and outside of the New Hanover County School District, where students within all racial subgroups have at least a 50% proficiency rate on state-mandated reading tests. Colleagues, I know this may take some time, but we must be committed to working together to adopt and change policies that will address the issue. John 14:12 says, anyone who believes in me will do the same works as I've done, or even greater works. For if you truly believe the impossible is always possible, let's demonstrate actionable faith and handle this crisis. Or if we do not, the future of education is not promised to all students within New Hanover County Schools. Sincerely, Kamika S. Sidbury.
Leslie Posey.
Good evening. The First Amendment of the Constitution has been a frequent topic of conversation. There are groups telling us that the founders intended us to be a Christian country. They did not. They just spent 8 years fighting a bloody war to keep the church from controlling the government. Complete separation of church and state was one of the first priorities of the Constitutional Convention. The First Amendment, written by James Madison, starts, Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. In other words, government will not be controlled by the church, any church. They wanted a free nation, not a Christian one. During his career, Madison was regularly involved in fights to keep the church out of the government. His 1874 treatise on this subject has been called the most powerful defense of religious liberty ever written in America. He also wrote, quote, "The experience of the United States is a happy disproof of the error so long rooted in the unenlightened minds of well-meaning Christians that the religion of every man can be directed by force. It is the right of every man to freely exercise it." I repeat, the error so long rooted in the unenlightened minds. I think Madison was right, and even today there are some seriously unenlightened minds in this country trying to force their beliefs on us. To put it more simply, it is the right of every person to decide how or whether to worship. The government may not make that decision. LifeWise is an attempt to insert a specific religious interpretation into public schools. Despite what some frequent speakers before this board would have you believe, this is not what the founders intended, and I hope you will not allow it in our schools. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Jamie Collins.
Good evening. Thank you for your time this evening. I want to make a quick shout out to the Rolling Grice Knights for their Battle of the Books win yesterday. My daughter was on the team, proud parent. Tonight, I want to talk about something more serious, though, the separation of church and state. Several years ago, when I first started attending school board meetings, I was actually surprised by the inclusion of prayer in a government-run meeting. I've lived in the South my entire life. I was raised in a religious household, but I had not seen this inclusion. After this, I've attended meetings, I've witnessed inclusion of religion explicitly in measures like public prayer, through call to the audience, etc. It wasn't necessarily, something that surprised me to learn about LifeWise, asking for periodic Bible study, kind of going with the flow there. I would like to encourage you, though, to respect the separation of church and state as established by the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which states, quote, "Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof." This translates to freedom of religion and freedom from religion. When our founding fathers established this in our Constitution, they were explicitly drawing a line from the divine right to rule, excising themselves from the king, and establishing rule by we the people. They established this also because there were many faiths and creeds at the time. I would like to encourage you to keep church and state separate. This way you can honor the separation of church and state, the many faiths and non-faiths in our community. Thank you for your time.
President Harry Truman, the fundamental basis of this nation's law was given to Moses on the Mount. The fundamental basis of our Bill of Rights comes from the teachings we get from Exodus, Matthew, Isaiah, and Paul's letters of the Bible. Because I know the power of the Word of God, I pray Psalm 20 over you. May the Lord answer you in times of trouble. May the name of the God of Jacob protect you. May he send you help from his sanctuary and strengthen you. May he remember all your sacrifices and your offerings. May he give you the desires of your heart and make all your plans succeed. May we shout for joy when we hear of your victory and lift up the name of our God. May the Lord grant all your requests. The Lord gives victory to his anointed. He will answer from his holy heaven by his great victorious power. Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we trust in the name of the Lord our God. They are brought to their knees and fall, but we rise up and stand firm in the name of the great I Am. The demons run and flee at the mention of your name, Jesus, King of majesty. There is no power in hell or anyone who can stand against the power and the presence of the great I Am. Your will be done, King Jesus. Your kingdom come to New Hanover County Schools. Amen.
Barbara Anderson.
Good evening, everyone. During your budgeting process for 2026-2027, I hope you are factoring in the possibility that zero funding from North Carolina legislators or the Department of Education, both of which, in my opinion, have shown that they are unreliable at this time, as we are still without a budget 200 and some days into the fiscal year. North Carolina has been operating on the same appropriations established 2 years ago, which is a flat funding rate. If North Carolina legislators had appropriated funding for public schools as they do with vouchers or what we call opportunity scholarships paid to private schools, public schools would have been funded this school year. In 2024-2025, legislature lifted the income limit for families applying for vouchers, so you don't have a limit as to your income. The current law allows annual funding reaching up to $1 billion per year for vouchers by the next decade. Forward funding allows for funding each year for vouchers, whereas public schools depend on a current budget from the General Assembly each year. New voucher recipients as of 24-25, only 13% of those new recipients had ever been in a public school, whereas 87% had never been in a public school. 2023-2024 budget appropriations increased for public schools 3.32%. For vouchers, they increased 168.16%. 24-25 budget appropriations increased 0 for public schools this year. Vouchers increased 9.65% this year. That's why they got their funding. Now we are 50th in the nation for funding for public schools. That's a disgrace. New Hanover County has 23 private schools that receive voucher money or opportunity.
Your time is up, ma'am.
Oh, I last the best.
Helen Johnson.
Seems like my phone wants to act up. Good evening. Ooh. Okay. Good evening. Listening to all departments celebrated last meeting caused one to realize history has power. Books are taken out of the library, but the truth still stands. Respecting achievements from people deprived of opportunities but still rose above so all could have. Like home security, Marion Britton Brown, gas mask and traffic light, Garrett Morgan, pacemaker resistor, Otis Boykins, Lewis Latimer, light bulb, doorknob, Osborne Dorsey. Pivotal work for the COVID-19, Dr. Kamizi Corbett, Gladys West, your GPS system, plasma bank storage, Charles Drew. These are just a few, but look at the other fields of importance. Dr. Martin Luther King, the forerunner for opening doors regardless of your color, gender, or disabilities, but by qualification. Rosa Parks, respect for rights of women against society rules. Jesse Jackson, keeping hope alive. Fannie Lou Hamer, voting rights, all people have a voice. John Lewis, social justice to be better human being in the congressional decisions for the people. Thurgood Marshall, Supreme Court, right for all people against the norm. The Black Panthers, who started a food program for children, made sure that they had breakfast and lunch, which the school system now carries on. The Bible states, we perish from a lack of knowledge. Are you that which is causing a lack? Remember, civil rights are next. are you going to vote against your rights, which is
Thank you. Your time
all
is up.
persons? Thank you.
Christina Mercier.
Good evening. Soon you're all going to be discussing LifeWise Academy and whether the schools should sign an MOU with them. And honestly, if they were applying to be an after-school club, I wouldn't care as long as other faith traditions had the same opportunity. What everyone should be thinking is, why is this organization so determined to teach their lessons during the school day? Sure, they have somewhat of a court precedent, even if it's from 1952. I read their website, and the reason they give is that it helps busy families. To me, that's just an excuse. We make time for what is a priority. I had 3 children in after-school activities that took up 28 hours per week for each of them. Yet, every Sunday, we were in the car and headed to church by 9 a.m. Priorities. Also, let me add, this whole idea of operating this during specials or electives is absolutely insulting and disrespectful to our specialist teachers. These teachers went to college for at least 4 years because they had a calling to share their love of art or music or PE or whatever. In fact, more than one of y'all have sat up there and said that they are so important in the schools and that it helps students find their passion and their talent, and that it's the reason that some kids keep attending school. Yet, apparently now, these subjects are optional and can be preempted if the parents decide the child should receive a Bible lesson. Last time I checked, churches were free and are open outside of school hours. At some point, if religious education is important to parents, it's on them to make it a priority in their lives. Another argument I've heard is that the program teaches character education, which has always existed in schools. People should choose to do the right thing because it's the right thing, not because they fear an omnipotent entity. If basing values in religions is important to a parent, again, churches are free and open outside of school hours. So if this were going to be an after-school club, that would be fine, as that respects education. Again, if LifeWise values schools, why must these lessons happen during the school day?
Thank you. Your time is up. Alyssa Civils. I hope I'm not brutalizing your name.
Good evening, members of the board, Dr. Barnes. My name is Alyssa Civils. I'm a parent in the new Hanover County Schools with a son in the district's elementary and a daughter in high school. I'm also part of the local steering committee that has been working with LifeWise organization while the district continues researching the program. But tonight, I'm speaking primarily as a parent. One thing I've noticed in raising children, especially with the age gap I have, is that character formation doesn't happen automatically. Courage, compassion, honesty, forgiveness, these are values that have to be taught and practiced. And in a time when many young people are navigating bullying, social media pressure, peer influence, and confusion about truth, learning how to navigate these challenges with wisdom, integrity, and perseverance becomes even more important. For many families, the Bible is where those lessons come from. For generations, it's served as a guide. For moral character and teaching, that remains the most widely purchased and distributed book in the world. LifeWise provides an opportunity for parents who want that kind of instruction for their children, while fully respecting the public school system. The program is voluntary, parent permission-based, privately funded, and held during non-core instructional time, in accordance with longstanding Supreme Court precedent on release time programs. This is not about the school district promoting religion. It's simply about giving families the choice to participate if they wish, and fully respecting those who don't wish to. It allows parents to make this curriculum part of their child's day once a week during a time when students are focused and ready to receive it. LifeWise Academy, partnering with school districts, gives the opportunity to bring that choice to parents if they wish for their children. I appreciate the board's thoughtful approach in continuing to research this program, and I encourage you to consider the many families in the district who would welcome the opportunity to participate. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to try really hard not to mess up your last name. Loretta Efstathu? Woo. It is.
Good evening, Dr. Barnes and members of the board. Across our community, many young people are struggling with anxiety, identity, and sense of belonging. At the same time, parents are increasingly concerned about rising disciplinary issues in our schools, including detentions and suspensions. These challenges point to a deeper need in the lives of many students. I'm here today to share an opportunity that can help address some of these challenges while supporting the goals already established by our state. LifeWise Academy provides an off-campus program that is privately funded and offered during school hours with parental permission. The curriculum focuses on character traits such as respect, responsibility, courage, and perseverance, qualities that strengthen students both in the classroom and in their communities. This type of instruction complies with North Carolina law, which states each local board of education shall develop and implement character education with input from the community. LifeWise operates through a proven model with established processes for transportation, safety, liability, and curriculum. The program does not disrupt existing class schedules and can operate during non-core classes. In 2025, in North Carolina, there were 7 counties approved for LifeWise Academy. In just the first 2 months of this year in North Carolina, the number of participating schools grew by 129%. Thank you, Dr. Barnes, for taking the time to research LifeWise Academy for a possible MOU contract. Thank you, board members, for giving Dr. Barnes the opportunity to look into this.
Thank you.
I just want to take a moment to remind folks we do have several people that are having small conversations during people's opportunities to speak. If you do want to have that small conversation, please step out into the back and have that conversation. Please do not have it during that person's opportunity to speak. I appreciate that. Thank you. Mason.
Wayne Polston.
Hello, my name is Wayne Polston, and I serve on the LifeWise Steering Committee for New Hanover County. First, thank you for your passion, your continued passion to improve our public schools, and for including LifeWise in your decision-making. LifeWise was founded in 2018 to provide K-12 release time religious instruction. It operates during school hours in order to avoid competition with sports or other activities, jobs, and to avoid transportation issues for parents. It began with 2 schools in 1 state and now is active in over 1,000 schools in 37 states. LifeWise came to North Carolina last year and is already being implemented in 7 counties. A rigorous national consulting firm described LifeWise's impact as follows: significant improvement in school attendance, years 2 and 3, drop in the number of in-school and out-of-school suspensions. Years 3 and 4, significant improvement in academic performance. Impressive, right? Our students, our teachers, our entire community benefits. A 2025 LifeWise survey showed that 80% of the teachers felt their schools and their students had benefited from LifeWise, and 97% of parents recommended that other parents enroll their kids. Local boards of education are required to develop and implement character education with input from the community. LifeWise is a perfect fit, teaching Bible-based principles like respect, kindness, responsibility, perseverance, integrity, and more. LifeWise provides and pays for everything: curriculum, staffing, insurance, security, transportation. And since participation is totally optional,
Your time
why
is up.
wouldn't we approve it in our county?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Barbara Garrow.
As a Board of Education, you serve a broad swath of our
population and not just those of the Christian faith. Everyone's religious and spiritual beliefs are personal and deserve respect. For that reason, I urge the board not to approve any proposed MOU with the fundamentalist LifeWise program. While Supreme Court allows off-campus religious instruction during the school day if no public funds are used, the operation of this program raises serious concerns. Reports indicate that county school buses would be used to transport students weekly to an off-site religious program requiring multiple round trips. School buses, drivers, fuel, maintenance, administrative coordination are public resources funded by the taxpayer to support public education, not private religious instruction. There is also the administrative burden in managing parental consent and student movement during the school day. These are real costs. Just as important, instructional time is already limited. Our schools are responsible for teaching math, reading, science, civics, and other core subjects. Diverting time and resources away from that mission to accommodate religious instruction undermines the purpose of public education. Religious education is a private responsibility, not a public school function. I do question whether this proposal would be receiving the same attention if it represented a less mainstream faith tradition, with what one group defines as biblical gospel is not universal. For constitutional, financial, and educational reasons, I respectfully ask that such religious instruction be kept separate from our public schools and any such MOU not be approved.
Good evening, and thank you for the opportunity to speak. I am the parent of a senior in New Hanover County High Schools. I'm here tonight to address student suspension protocols and the need for a stronger safeguard when disciplinary decisions are made. Earlier this year, our son, a senior, was suspended based on an anonymous online report. As a result, he missed his entire senior homecoming weekend, several days of school, and suffered reputational damage. This suspension was issued under the wrong name. After meeting with school administration, we were told that our son had been identified by a peer as the student responsible for serious misconduct. However, when we asked to review the report that led to this suspension, we learned that the report actually contained a name of another student. This mistake was only discovered because we repeatedly asked how the determination for the suspension had been made. Without that meeting, this error may never have been caught. For seniors applying to competitive universities, a suspension is not a minor matter. Students must disclose disciplinary actions in their applications, and an error like this could have easily followed our son into the college admissions process through no fault of his own. I understand that mistakes can happen, but there must be clear protocols established to verify disciplinary actions before they are issued, and clear accountability when errors occur. My concern is that if this could happen to our son, it could happen to any student in this district. My hope is that the board will review current suspension procedures and consider safeguards that ensure disciplinary actions are verified before they're issued and corrected quickly and transparently. Our students deserve systems that are careful, accurate, and fair.
Thank you. Sandy Isles.
Indoctrinate, to imbue with an unusually partisan opinion, point of view, or principle. For the past 4 years, this is a word we've heard a lot from this board. Most of you ran on fighting against indoctrination in our schools, and you've made attacks against teachers claiming they were indoctrinating and grooming our children. Most of you also ran on bringing education back to the basics, reading, writing, and arithmetic, and you've made claims that our children can't read or think critically. So obviously, it makes sense that this board would vote to discuss signing an MOU with the Christian nationalist organization LifeWise. I mean, what better way to fight against indoctrination and lack of reading and critical thinking skills than to pull kids out of instructional time that is mandated by NCDPI standards? Obviously, it makes sense to ban a book that shares a black man's perspective while supporting teaching kids a narrow interpretation of the Bible through the perspective of white Jesus. And sure, let's continue to disrespect the expertise and skills of our teachers by pulling kids out of school for an inferior curriculum brought to you by a college football player with a degree in communications and media studies. How does it make sense to pull kids out of school, resulting in them not learning required instructional standards outlined by NCDPI? Is that how we teach kids to read and think critically? And are you seriously going to tell our specials teachers that what they teach does not matter? That indoctrinating our kids through a white Christian nationalist curriculum is more valuable than NCDPI's mandated standards for art, music, and physical education? Once again, you've proven that you're not interested in educating kids, you're here to indoctrinate. And finally, thank you to Port City Daily for informing the public that LifeWise was brought to us by none other than Pat Bradford. Thank you.
Katie Gates.
Good evening, Board and Dr. Barnes. Last month, I introduced the common misperception of the phrase separation of church and state, and in fact, that phrase is found nowhere in any founding document, not in the Articles of Confederation, not in the Declaration, not in the Constitution, not in the Annals of Congress. Where you see it is in a private letter from Thomas Jefferson to the Danbury Baptist Convention in 1802. He assured them that no other denomination would gain more elevated status than theirs, and that free exercise of worship is allowed for all denominations. He basically stated that the government won't interfere with church affairs or establish a state church as England had done, as in the Anglican Church, which was required for all their constituents. This nation was founded for the purpose of religious liberty, and the Constitution was even inspired by the Hebraic model of governance that God gave Moses in the wilderness, as told in the Bible. The government style was federalism, or what we call a republican form of government. For hundreds of years, Judeo-Christian principles have been woven in all facets of American society, education, and government. For over 300 years, the Bible and the Ten Commandments and the New England Primer were the primary educational documents in America. This was allowed because of the Free Exercise Clause of the First Amendment, and we were recently reminded of all of this by the Supreme Court in the Coach Kennedy case of 2022, where the Lemon Rule of 1971 was overturned and a presumption of constitutionality returned for long-standing religious traditions, including education from the Bible. It's important that our New Hanover County school students know the truth in their history and civics classes, and I do ask the board to revisit the curriculum, given it's our 250th birthday in America, to ensure that facts and not altered versions of history are taught to our students. Thank you.
Thank you. Linda Higgins.
Good evening. I am here to speak against this MOU for a very simple reason. It's a repeat of history. Historically, in many school systems, we had Wednesday afternoons when the Catholic children went off to catechism. It was very destructive of the education of all of the children, both those who went to catechism and those who didn't go to catechism, whose classwork was then slowed down because of the fact that the other children had left. We do not have all children having specials at the same time. Think about how you work in the school system. Some children go to special at 8 o'clock in the morning. Some children are you going to have buses going all day? In which case you won't be able to have any school trips because the buses will be busy. This is not good for the educational system called New Hanover County Board of Education. Your job as a board is to look for what is of the best interest for the school system. Also, I would remind you that at the end of all that catechism time, many school systems did get sued when there was the priest sexual abuse standard.
Thank you. Veronica McLaurin Brown.
Tonight, Love Our Children North Carolina begins its 6th year of advocacy on behalf of North Carolina's children and families. 6 years of advocacy grounded in one simple truth: public schools are the best place for children to learn, grow, and thrive. The 2025 North Carolina Child Health Card reminds us that today's youth are facing rising levels of anxiety and depression. Teachers across the state are reporting more disruptive and unsafe behaviors in their classrooms. When young children display disruptive or even dangerous behavior, they need support. Children do their best when they receive help from the caring adults in their school community: teachers, nurses, counselors, social workers, psychologists, and every staff member who shows up every single day. School is where adults create safe places for children. Against that backdrop, Love Our Children North Carolina is proud to recognize progress in this district. Under Dr. Barnes' leadership during the 2024-2025 school year, short-term out-of-school suspensions dropped from 3,136 to 2,428, a 22.6% decrease. And better yet, the number of days that students were suspended from school dropped from 10,228 to 7,603, a 25.7% decrease. Fewer suspensions, fewer lost days, more children in the classroom every day. That's meaningful progress. We appreciate Dr. Barnes' willingness to meet with members of Love Our Children, and we look forward to receiving the end of the year data this summer. Thank you.
Thank you. Peter Rowich.
At a recent meeting, Dr. Barnes reviewed with us some of the kindergarten, first and second grade short-term suspension data from the first half of this school year. 13 of the elementary schools had 0 suspensions. Most of the other schools had just 1 or 2. The average missed days of learning from out-of-school suspension in kindergarten was 1.6 days. In first grade, it was 1.4 days, and in second grade, the average was just 1 day of missed learning. 24, 5, 6, and 7-year-olds were suspended during the first half of this school year. Using last year's enrollment numbers, that represents less than 0.25% of all K-2 students. As a former first grade teacher, I know that helping and supporting a child who presents concerning behavior can be a huge challenge. Fortunately, I had a team of professionals working with me to implement positive alternative strategies. Love Our Children recognizes the excellent work that teachers, classroom aides, school counselors, social workers, psychologists, and principals are doing with positive behavior alternatives to out-of-school suspensions. Dr. Barnes, we thank you and your staff for doing the difficult work for the children who need the most help and the most support in our schools. Together, you have made a big difference. Thank you.
Thank you. Loretta Stackhouse.
In November 2024, Ms. Varnum shared information about Safe and Civil Schools' new reframing behavior program. She said it is a district-wide resource with on-demand professional development and an online library that, quotes, offers staff members many lessons or deeper dives into understanding challenging behavior, end of quote. A year ago, WHQR reported that the training has 4 main components. 1, understanding how the brain works, or the basics of neuroscience. 2, learning self-awareness through tools to increase emotional regulation. 3, accepting that students' actions are not always intentional, that they are connected to a fight or flight or freeze response. And 4, developing relationships over time to build a positive working environment. Love Our Children supports this training and is delighted to learn that the subscription to the Reframing Behavioral Resources was renewed for another year. We encourage every board member to take advantage of it. Ms. Varnum brought the Safe and Civil Schools school-wide behavior plan template to the district 5 years ago. Each year since then, she has added tools and professional development to empower staff to use positive, proactive strategies that help students regulate their behavior. Thank you, Ms. Varnum, and the Student Services Division for overseeing and implementing these changes to ensure safe and supportive learning environments for every student.
Thank you. Margie Gortzman.
Hi, I'm Margie Gortzman. Our state constitution makes a sacred promise to every child, the right to a sound basic education. Article 9, Section 2 of our state constitution states, wherein equal opportunities shall be provided for every student. It is a promise we have fought for in the courts for decades, but today proposals to allow students to leave campus during the school day for a private denominational Bible study threatens to break that promise entirely. Let's be clear about what happens when the red buses pull up to our public schools. When half a classroom leaves for a Baptist Bible study, the teacher is paralyzed. They cannot teach new material. The students left behind, often from minority faiths or secular families, are forced to sit idle doing busy work. We're institutionalizing a system that intentionally stalls the intellectual development of our children, stealing up to 5 hours of critical instructional time every single week. This is a direct violation of our constitutional duty to maintain a uniform system of education. Furthermore, despite claims that this costs taxpayers nothing, our principals, teachers, school staff are forced to spend valuable time managing consent forms, altering bell schedules, and acting as logistical dispatchers for a private religious organization. The North Carolina Constitution demands that our school funds be used exclusively for public education, not to subsidize the administrative overhead of an off-campus religious group. Finally, we must protect our children from coercion. When we visually and physically segregate students by their faith during the school day, we turn the public school into an engine of peer pressure and social ostracization. Our state constitution guarantees the absolute right of conscience, demanding that no human authority interfere with them. By endorsing a system that isolates children who choose to stay in the classroom, we fail that standard. Public schools exist to unite us in the shared pursuit of civic academic growth. Thank you.
Wendy Dale.
Good evening. I'm Wendy Dale. I'm a Democratic candidate for Board of Education. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak. I would like to speak about the Memorandum of Understanding regarding LifeWise Academy. I am opposed to that memorandum, and I want to first say that it's a distraction. It's very divisive, and you knew it would be. And I also want to reference the Supreme Court case because it has been brought up. Zorak v. Clausen in 1952 that stipulated that time release programs were constitutional. I think it would be helpful to the board to kind of understand that decision, and there were some very interesting dissents in that opinion as well. There was a previous decision, McCollum v. Board of Education, that actually was very similar. The differences were very small, in which the Supreme Court found that the time release program was not constitutional. And the only difference had to do with the use of school property in the teaching of the religious instruction. And I would like to quote one of the dissenters. There were 3 dissenters in this case. As we attempted, and he's talking about the previous case that he had ruled on, the McCollum v. Board of Education, as we attempted to make categorically clear, the McCollum decision would have been the same if the religious classes had not been held in the school buildings. We said, here, not only are the state's tax-supported public school buildings used for the dissemination of religious doctrines, the state also affords sectarian groups an invaluable aid that it helps to provide pupils for their religious classes.
Ma'am, your time is up. Janice Johnson.
Good evening. I grew up with the Pledge of Allegiance in school. We loved it. It brought us all together at the beginning of the day, and we were united. I loved our history and civics classes that we learned in, and so many times now that I find so many kids who don't know those things, which I also learned in history and civics, and it's just like, why aren't we learning this about our nation? So, my heart is for the children to grow up to respect America, how it came to be, to understand how it was founded, that our founding fathers discovered all kinds of things, like we discover, especially in these years, what is good and what is bad. And that was hundreds of years ago that they had those hardships, which are harder than I think we've gone through. But my hope is that we may honor the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Pledge of Allegiance, and that the Pledge of Allegiance would be reinstated in our schools, hoping that it would bind kids together for our nation once again.
Thank you. This concludes our call to audience.
We have 1 minute. Be back in the dais. Okay, if everyone would take their seat, please. Board members return to the dais. I see 2 coming, and that'll give us 4. We'll go ahead and start. Ladies and gentlemen, please go ahead and have a seat. Thank you. We haven't quite started. Here come the quorumers. It's a new word. It's a new word. Oh, come on. All right. All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll take your conversations outside the door, please. Thank you. All right, those in the back, if you would please take your conversations out the door, including Dr. Barnes. Thank you. All right, we do have a quorum back on the dais. We will continue on. Our next bit of duty is our consensus items. I would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Is there a second? First and second, any discussion?
It was busy before.
Okay.
Can I just make a comment?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm super, super excited about the ASL going on to our curriculum. Yay! That's all.
Okay.
And Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I know we had discussed that not all of the courses are offered at every school. Could we know how many are going to be offering that course that my colleague just spoke about? I don't know if they know that off the top of their head. Sorry, I didn't ask that before.
I don't think they finished scheduling yet, so we'll let you know as soon as we know.
Okay. All right, we have a first and second to approve the consensus items. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we'll say 5-0, that passes. We have no policy, Madam Policy?
Nope.
Chair?
Yeah, it's strange.
All right, we had old business, but we have removed that, I believe.
Thank you.
So next we have new business, parent organization. Ms. Bradford, you brought that forward.
I did,
Would you,
but I'm not
Dr.
speaking
Barnes,
on it.
you're going to? Who's going to? Dr. Barnes is going to. Okay.
We heard for almost an hour about just unbelievable partnerships that we have with our community and the things that our community does to support our school system. We never want to say that booster clubs, PTA organizations, and parent volunteer organizations aren't the lifeblood of our school system. I did send a reminder to all of our principals and to to have them provide to our volunteers during this time of elections and as we're going through the process of, in the world today. It is important that those agencies remain nonpartisan. And I just sent a brief reminder to everyone referencing both our board policy as well as any of these organizations that are 501c3 organizations also have to remain nonpartisan as well. So we addressed that with them probably a couple of weeks ago. So thank you.
Any questions? Mr. Perry, and then Ms. Bradford, and then Ms. Barnhart?
So is it only the 501c3 status that's differentiation? If we have an MOU with another organization that comes in and works with our students, are they allowed, if they're not 501c3, if they're organized a little bit differently, like a 501c4, are they allowed to make endorsements and such things?
Any organization that has an MOU with us is also bound by our policy, and our policy states that those things should not be done during school or on school grounds.
School grounds, okay.
Yeah.
And I would say also with our school equipment, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Ms. Bradford?
Actually, I was looking for something more broadly general information. For example, we have this many parent organizations, we have this many nonprofits, we have, so that in a nutshell, we have like a one-pager on what these are. Oh, okay, cool.
Like right that one right there?
Thank you. It's not linked, is it? Or is it?
I didn't see it.
I'm in the agenda. It's not linked. Can we link it? It's not. So that's great. So you have a page on it. Awesome.
I will make sure this.
I don't know what it
whoever-
says.
Can you send this to all the board as well?
Yeah, that'll work. Okay, great. So we have one thing that we can look at that explains it all to us. That's what I was looking for. That's all I wanted.
Ms. Barnhart, you had your hand up?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think it's really important that we maintain clear boundaries between our schools and political activities. Our PTAs and PTOs are nonprofit organizations, and they raise hundreds of thousands of dollars annually for our schools, and I'm thankful for the support that they provide to our staff, to our teachers, and classrooms across the district, and I join them in their joint mission to strengthen our schools. We consistently hear speeches on this dais about making sure that we're keeping politics out of school. So when there is a political event promoted for one candidate at a bar, nonetheless, that jeopardizes the status of an organization and puts it at risk, it's simply unacceptable. I hope that everyone on this dais can agree and understand that we need to continue to remain nonpartisan for these organizations, regardless of political affiliation, so that they can maintain the support that our kids and teachers deserve. Our schools should be about education, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Ms. Justice, and then Dr. Merritt.
I think I'm having a problem with her mic, maybe, because I just realized I heard Ms. Oh, I'm sorry, I had heard Ms. Bradford quite clearly, but then when Ms. Barnhart started to speak, I couldn't understand her. I don't know what's going on. It's not you. I'm just trying to, I think there might be something wrong with your particular mic. You haven't, I'm just can't hear you.
I don't know what you
It's
said.
grabble, grabble. It's not you. It's coming across as grabble, grabble, grabble.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you hear her?
Cool.
I can hear it.
I can't hear her. I don't know why.
Judy, is yours on?
Yeah, now it is. I was awful. Okay. So I have no idea. I don't.
Do you, go back to?
Yeah, I'm not sure I entirely heard what my colleague said, but one of the things I thought I heard was that we shouldn't have anything that has any partisanship. Did I hear that? I think it's funny because while I agree with you, it seems to me, I have a slightly different way of saying it, which is there shouldn't be anything going on, which is, electioneering. And yet, I can't be assured of this, but it seems like the complaints I'm hearing tonight are actually a part of electioneering. So it seems ironic, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Mr. Perry.
And I just want to make sure that we have a consistent policy. I agree with what my colleagues down to the far left had said. I just want to make sure that, if we want to, if it's only during school hours or using school properties, then that's the rule for everyone versus, okay, well, but we're a private organization and we do it on our off hours. We endorse people, but we're not coming down on them, and we're only coming down on PTA and boosters. So I just want us to have a consistent policy based off whatever it is that we're doing. So whatever desires of the board are on this matter, I think we're almost all in agreement here. So, but could I make a motion that we send this issue to policy to maybe define something a little bit more concrete on it?
Which policy would you like to send, Mr. Perry?
What?
Which policy would you like to send to policy?
Oh, I don't have it, just to investigate it in general. Since I'm no longer on policy, I mean, I could look it up, but that would take a few minutes. And I'm sure we don't have that kind of time.
Does anybody have any, because we really need to know what policy we're talking about. There's several policies that could be inferred with this.
Can our attorney point us to the correct policy on this?
Yeah.
Just give me 1 second.
About what exactly you're...
Ms. Mason?
So I'm looking at the 5,000 series community relationships. It could be any number of policies. That's why I asked for specifics. So schools in the community, staff and community involvement in decision-making, automated notification, nope, not that. Parent organizations, school volunteers, visitors to the schools and school facilities. So it could be any of those from just surface level looking at those.
Well, I think as Ms. Barnhart just mentioned also, I think that the PTA, not PTO, of course, because they don't have as many bylaws, but the PTA itself has certain things in, yeah, so. Why don't we, Dr. Barnes?
The board, I did send this to you guys recently. The board policy I was referencing was policy 7720 that says that the school system may not take an official position in support or opposition to any political party, candidate, or issue. This includes the use of school logos, resources, funds, materials, or other district assets for political purposes. Employees may not utilize school system resources in support of a campaign or candidate. When you look at the PTA, that reference in their bylaws is part of being a 501c3 organization. So again, I think that if you want to bring that to policy, I can certainly put together something that goes over it, but I think it bridges a lot of different conversations where when someone says, I'm speaking for myself, I'm not speaking as a school system employee, does that mean they can say something different than they can if they're a school system? I think that that's a broader question that the board would have to reflect on.
And I think part of the concern or the question also is, is the person doing it at 7 o'clock at night on their own computer, or are they doing it at 12:30 in the afternoon when they should be teaching kids on their computer, doing another thing? Obviously, that's two totally different scenarios. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now I think things are getting a little conflated here. I thought it was about organizations as opposed to teachers doing whatever they're trying to do on their own personal time. And yeah, I don't advocate, I don't think anybody does it, teachers be doing anything politically when they're supposed to be teaching or doing lesson plans. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how that would connect. But Dr. Barnes, it seemed pretty clear to me, and I might be speaking a little beyond what we're talking about. In a sense, I think a mistake was made by an organization here, and I think they've learned from it. I think that people that are parts of these organizations maybe need to be a little more clearer about what their role is before they start using our resources to do things that are basically against policy.
Their resources, because they're separate organizations.
Well, is there, Mr. Perry, would you like to take that policy and send it to policy? Is that?
I think it's fine.
Yeah, I could do that to the board as well.
Why?
Okay, what policy was that again, sir?
7720.
7720, so go ahead.
7720, you said it might involve other things too.
Ms. Mason is correct. There are several policies that impact on organizations, volunteers, and schools.
So you want, I motion that we send 7720 and any related policies to policy committee for consideration and to report back to the board with the recommendations. I have a second, I guess.
Second? Excuse me.
Well, apparently I don't have a second, so I just.
Hear no second? Okay, that will go on to the next thing then, which,
Mr. Chair,
we added NCSBA.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am?
just a point of clarification. I think the language is it dies for lack of a second.
I'm talking to the mic. Sorry, can't hear.
Yes, ma'am. Dies for lack of second is the proper way to say it, yes. Okay, next we have the NCSBA representative discussion. Again, the idea here is we have to decide whether we want to send a representative to the North Carolina School Boards Association, and this is not apply to it. Yes, I'm sorry, not send, to apply. Ms. Bradford.
I'll just go ahead and get the discussion going. I move that we do apply to send one of our board members to the NCSBA committee.
Okay, is there a second? Second. Okay, first and second. Any further discussion? And again, please refresh my memory, I'm getting old, I'll say that. When is that due by?
The deadline is March 27th.
March 27th.
And there are a few dates, I'm trying to look up the email that I sent you, sir, but there are a few dates that this individual, if chosen to be selected to serve on the committee, I had served on it for 2 years. I applied, and what the purpose of this committee is, you'd come together with groups of people from all over the state, and we created the discussion questions for a survey. So every single person on this board, and last time, unfortunately, after multiple reminders, our full board did not even submit all of the answers, only 5 out of the 7 submitted answers. But what it is a poll of every single school board member through the NCSBA, and we gathered the feedback, and then we analyzed the data. That's what this committee does. They analyze the data that helped create the legislative agenda. The legislative agenda for the NCSBA is not adopted until it comes to conference, where we have to vote on delegates to go to represent those. So this is a subcommittee for a state level with this organization. So just to give some context for that, but the deadline is indeed March 27th. And I can tell you those dates that you'd have to be available to go up in person when I find that email.
Okay. And I was just going to say that March 27th, we do have our agenda review on the 24th. So if we do choose, I'm not saying we're going to, but if we do choose to vote tonight to send someone or to apply to send someone, then we could vote for that person at the agenda review. So we don't have to rush about it tonight. We can go ahead and think about it, talk to each other, et cetera, off campus. So I'll go to Ms. Justice and then Ms. Bradford.
Well, I move that we.
Oh, she already made a motion. You seconded it.
I second it.
Yes, ma'am. We've already done that. So
Point of inquiry, so this vote it's not to name who's going to go.
Right.
It's just that we are going to apply, that we will send somebody. Okay.
right, and again, I would further say that the only day we would have available between now and then would be the 24th.
Which works out.
So can I make a motion to amend her thing to say that, to amend Ms. Barnhart's motion, so to add with a vote on, to be had at the agenda review, that we approve it with a vote to decide who on the 24th.
Right, it would be Ms. Bradford's motion, but yes.
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'll second that so that we have a date locked in. So we have, let's any discussion about the 24th as the date?
Mm-hmm.
Hearing none? Okay, all in favor of putting that amendment in to say the 24th as a date to vote on the person if we decide to vote for a person? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes 7-0. Now, back to the original motion, Ms. Bradford.
I would like to know the dates that this person would have to go to Raleigh, the commitment they'd be making, so we can think about that between now and the 24th.
Okay, and Ms. Barnhart, do you have those dates by?
I actually do. I found that email I sent you.
Great.
So the dates that this individual will need to be available is Monday, July 20th from 10:30 to 3. That's an in-person in Raleigh meeting. September 14th from 10:30 to 3, another in-person in Raleigh meeting. And the last one would be October 7th from 3 to 4:30, which is a virtual meeting.
Would you mind resending that to everyone?
I can
Please.
forward it to everybody right now. Yes, sir.
That'd be great. So we have a motion and a second to with the amended motion now, which adds the date of the 24th to vote on the person if we choose to. All in favor of voting or applying to send a person on the 24th, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed. Okay, that passes 7-0. Carrying on, we do have a closed session. Should not be too long. I will entertain a motion to go to closed session pursuant on General Statute 143, 318, 11C for the following reasons: prevent disclosure of information as privileged or confidential in general pursuant to General Statute 115, C 402, and not considered a public record within the meaning of Chapter 132 of the General Statutes. Prevent disclosure of student records rendered confidential under the Family Education Rights. To consult an attorney in order to preserve the attorney-client privilege between the attorney and the board. To consider qualifications, competence, performance, character, fitness, conditions of appointment, or conditions of initial employment of an individual employed or considered for employment within the school system, or to hear or investigate a complaint, charge, or grievance by or against any individual employee.
So moved.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
First and second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of going to closed session, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. That passes 7-0. We are in closed session. thank you. Oh, can you make a bite?
We have no one left.
I'm not even taking a motion yet. I gotta sit down
Lost
first.
all of our
Okay.
audience.
Is there, I heard a motion to approve. Is there a
Second.
Yes.
We got first and second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor of approving the personnel agenda, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, like sign. Passes 7-0. All right, next we have correspondence, right? Yep. Yep. Boy, I gotta get my eyes
Did we
fixed.
have some correspondence?
Does anybody have correspondence?
We did.
Correspondence? Anybody? No? No correspondence. Okay. We will carry on. I'll get my computer up because I'm gonna have to do the next part. Give me 1 second. Not yet. Not yet. I have announcements and I have a lot of them.
Try though, just.
Yeah, man. Boop, boop. Why am I not finding it? There it is.
You're right there, sir.
There it is. Okay. All right. Announcements. The Board of Education will hold a board budget session Thursday, March 12th at 11 o'clock. Board of Education Center. General public will have the option to view remotely on NHCS TV YouTube. Policy Committee will be meeting on March 17th at 1 p.m. at the Board of Education Center. The general public will have the option to also view remotely on the New Hanover County TV YouTube. Board of Education will hold a budget session on Wednesday, March 18th at 2:30, Board of Education Center. Ditto on the New Hanover County Board of Education YouTube. The Board of Education will hold an agenda review. It seems like we're going to be seeing a lot of each other. March 24th, 2 p.m., Board of Education Center. The general public will also have the option to watch remotely on New Hanover County TV YouTube. The Finance, Capital, and Bond Committee will be meeting on Thursday, March 26th at 12:30, Board of Education Center. The Curriculum Committee will be meeting on Monday, March 30th at 4:30, Board of Education Center. The Board of Education will hold the April regular board meeting on Wednesday, April 1st. Please take note of that at 5 p.m.
Forward.
I'm sorry?
You just forward.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I like that. I'm not fooling on this one. Board of Education will hold the regular April meeting on Wednesday, April 1st. Not fooling. 5 o'clock, Board of Education Center. The general public will have the option to view remotely on New Hanover County TV. Now I will entertain a motion to adjourn. There's a motion. First and second, any discussion?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I just need a point of clarification, that we said 3.5 hours. Does that mean we must stay for 3.5 hours?
At least. Good question. I think we need to vote on that. Okay. All right. We have a motion second to adjourn. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? No. The like side. Okay. Passes 6-1. We are adjourned. Thank you all.
Go Vikes!
Yeah. Woohoo. Wearing my stuff home.